What is a home appraisal in Baltimore and why does it matter? A clear local explanation for buyers and sellers in the Baltimore market. So, look, if you're looking for a home appraisal by an independent certified appraiser and you need the proper opinion of value for your property, look no further. My name is Drost. I've been appraising real estate for 35 years in the Baltimore area, certified residential appraiser, FHA approved, USPAP compliant. And one thing about Baltimore, there's a lot of little unique neighborhoods, blocks, and you need to know these things. So, what an appraisal is not, it's not a Zestimate, a Zillow estimate, an estimate online. You're going to come up with a value, but it might not be the value for your home. It's not a home inspection. Home inspectors come out, they test everything. We're looking to determine the value of the property, and it's not a guess. So appraisals are data driven and defensible. Why Baltimore's different? Like I said earlier, it's different. There's a lot of unique neighborhoods, block to block. Things change in several blocks, and that's something you need to know whether you're a homeowner looking to buy, or you're an investor looking to purchase some investment property in Baltimore. Sometimes, a lot of investors buy in the wrong area, and they wonder why they're not getting the rents that they would like, or the type of rent that they would like. So Baltimore factors that affect value. Look, row homes, detached homes, you got renovations, you got original condition, you got ground rents versus fee simple, you have parking, walkability, parks, and you have different neighborhood trends. You have Canton, Camden, Federal Hill. Outside the Beltway, we have Towson, we have, up in the Baltimore County markets, and you have other Hamilton, you have on the west side, you have Ashburton, Arlington, Forest Park. So all these neighborhoods, Irvington, they all have unique little properties that you need to know about when you're determining the value of a property. So what a certified appraiser looks for? Look, recent closed sales. We try to find them within 90 days. You go back a year. Property conditions and updates, square footage and layout. Not all properties in the public record are the correct square footage for the property, online, because people have put additions on over the years, things, and a lot of these things don't get put into the public records. Functional issues of older homes and location and neighborhood influence. Why appraisals matter for buyers. Look, it's going to protect you against overpaying. It supports negotiations. And if you're doing a mortgage or refinancing, it's required. Now, one of the things, you can't pick your appraisals. If you're doing mortgages or home appraisal, you have to be on the lender's list. So things have changed in that area. But sometimes, depending on the mortgage company, they go through a process that you might be able to use an appraisal that you're familiar with. Why appraisals matter for sellers? Look, it prevents overpricing, it reduces your deal fall throughs. And the one thing about overpricing, if your property sits on the market for a long time, it gets kind of stigmatized in the market. So people start to wonder, is there something wrong with the property? So that's why you need to price things right. And it supports a smooth closing. So there's some myths and facts about appraisals. Look, Zillow equals an appraisal. Far from the truth. It's a Zestimate. It's used the algorithms that go out. And appraisers set the price, and that's far from the truth. Like you said, when you're dealing with a good real estate agent, they understand the market, similar to an appraiser. They understand what the homes are selling for. So if they list things properly, when we're doing an appraisal for a sale, most likely they're fairly within the market, where an appraisal value is going to come in at. They understand that because, like we said earlier, you don't want to overprice something, have someone put a contract in on it, and then when the appraiser comes out, it's under appraised. So we do not set, the market sets the value, not the appraiser, and appraisers interpret the market. When you need a Baltimore appraisal, look, if you're buying or selling, if you're refinancing, if, you know, unfortunately, if you're going through a divorce, I try to, when I do an appraisal for anyone who's going through a divorce, I try to be fair for both parties. A lot of times you get one gets a very low appraisal, one gets a high appraisal, then we're fighting. I don't get involved in those situations. And if you're having estate probate, we can handle that. Tax appeal, private valuations, we do investor evaluations, hard money evaluations. So look, my name's Ed Drost, Baltimore's trusted appraiser. Been around for 35 years in the Baltimore metro area, and look forward to connecting. Look forward to doing an appraisal for you. And again, check me out at drost.com. Give me a call, find me out there, and I'll look forward to completing an appraisal for you.